This is a lab bench slash work table that was built in 2011. Holds roughly a 800-pound mass spec and is very sturdy and tough, and there are some aspects of this that are of interest and use if you are building a rugged, tough, and cheap workbench. The top here is made up of two 3/4 inch sheets of plywood that have been glued and screwed together, along with a perimeter on the bottom of 1 by 5, so it's 1 inch, so nominal 1 inch thick, 4.5 inches deep. It's all glued together and screws. Makes the top, and then it has Jacobian brown stain and multiple coats of polyurethane, and this is after about 8 years of use. Alright, the 3/4 inch plywood, the two sheets of that are glued together, as is the cut down 1 by 6, which actually in this case only has a depth of 4.5 inches. And holding up the top are 4 leg assemblies. This design was made so that the table could be assembled or disassembled relatively easily. Let me go over a leg assembly design. Fundamentally, leg assembly is a doubled up 2x4 for the legs. So inner 2x4 is a single piece. Outer 2x4 has been attached to the inner 2x4 at certain points, and let me go over that. The tabletop sets upon 4 identical leg assemblies that are made up primarily of doubled up 2x4, so it's 2x4, 2x4, doubled up, within slots for 2x6s. So 2x6 rests on this outside 2x4, and then there's a 2x4 which then sits on, and let me get this down. 2x6, and then this is 6 inches of 2x4 on the outside here. And I'll have drawings in this video later on of the top dimensions and the leg assembly dimensions. Alright, so here we have a sketch of the tabletop. We have the two pieces of 36 by 78 inch 3/4 inch plywood, and then on the underside there's a perimeter of nominal 1 by 5 inches. Alright, so it's actually 3/4 of an inch by 4.5 inches, and two pieces are 78 inches long, and two pieces are 27 inches long. Alright, and then they all get glued and screwed together with appropriate length screws. On the inside I used 1 1/8, 1 1/8, and on the outside either 1 7/8 or 2 inches, making sure not to drive the screw all the way through into the surface of the tabletop. So that's the tabletop. For leg assemblies, there are 4 of those, and the bench was designed to be assembled and disassembled in a tight space if necessary. So for the leg assemblies, I used for each one, 2 2x4 by 36 inches, 2 2x4 by 19 inches, 2x4 by 6 inches, and 2x4 by 20 3/4 inches. And so this is the 36 inch. We have the 19 inch long the 6-inch long 2x4s, which those get attached to the inside leg, and we have one side and the other. And then we have two pieces of 2x4, two 2 pieces of 2x4, 20 3/4 inches long, right? And they also get attached, and so that forms the structure. And then for the gap here, it's 5.5 inches to accommodate 2x6, 5.5 inches here to accommodate the 2x6 on the top. Right, and then there's a space. This is recessed 1.5 inches to accommodate the 2x6s, which is going to be attached to the leg assembly, and then also to the tabletop. Makes a nice secure one. And then here, this 2x4 is up by 8.5 inches. Alright, so that way when the 2x6 comes across here, it can be attached to the legs and to this horizontal piece. So for horizontal 2x6 pieces, all told there are 4 2x6 by 23 3/4, 4 2x6 69 inches, and 2 2x6 66 inches long. These are the ones that are between the leg assembly and the tabletop. And then there are also diagonal braces on the back side, and they're 2 2x6 by roughly 36 inches. They get cut so that they will form the diagonal neatly, and 2 2x6 by 48 inches. And as far as where the braces are attached, suppose we have leg assemblies 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there'll be on the inside of the leg assembly on the back, there'll be a diagonal brace that goes from the leg assembly 1 to 2, and then from 3 to 4. Right? And then on the outside, attached to those 2x6 horizontal outside stringers, we have a diagonal brace that goes from the center between 2 and 3 up to the outside of 4, and then between 2 and 3 to the outside of 1. It makes for, I'm a believer in robust engineering, and the braces do not hurt. Here we have a look at a interior brace, and there's going up to the right is the exterior brace, and in the corner we have our leg assembly, the horizontal outside stringers, and then right here, that is a screw attaches to the tabletop here, and then over here going down, it attaches to the top of the leg assembly. That's one of the 2x6s. Here's the other 2x6. Here we have an outside leg. Okay, here we have a leg assembly. Alright, so this one, the bottom horizontal piece, also serves a second function as a support for a shelf. So here we have it, and here we have our shelf plopped on top of it.